Good morning, you're watching Amuseaholics and today we're at Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a high windy day, so I don't think we'll get to ride the big one today, unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly not. It doesn't look like the big one's going to be opening today. It's possible, maybe it'll clear up a little bit later on, but it's forecast to get worse, so yeah, we might have to go without the big one for today, but we can get back on many of the other classic rides here. We can get back on the Big Dipper, yeah. Icon, Grand National, Revolution, just to name a few. Loads of great rides here.
And my favourite, Wallace and Gromit.
Oh yeah, of course. Who could forget the Wallace and Gromit dark ride? One of the best rides, best dark rides in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So yeah, we're going to have a wonder about the park today, see if they've made any changes during the closed season and get on all our favourite rides again. And we'll also be checking out some of the merchandise as well, won't we? Some of the, have a look at some of the Icon merch, one of my personal favourites.
That's it, yeah. I love Icon as well.
So yeah, we're going to head on through now and have a look at the park.
Yeah, let's get going.
About to launch. So we're just taking a ride on our favourite ride, Icon.
Yeah, what a good ride. Second row was on sale.
Yeah, second row ride today, but we got on pretty quickly, so that was good. And yeah, it's a really good ride. I mean, the launch seemed a little bit slow today, actually. Yeah,
it did seem a little bit slower than usual, but maybe just because I've been on for about a year, obviously.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been on now, so maybe that's it. But to be fair, it might just need a bit of warming up, as a lot of these rides tend to get a bit warmer and faster as the day goes on. So it's probably a mixture of things, really.
Could be the wind as well, if it's windy in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it is quite windy today, so that could be a factor as well, that's right. But yeah, it's still a great thrilling ride. Double launch coaster, lots of great whippy turns and sort of big banks. One inversion in there as well. So yeah, it's a really good all-round coaster, and we think that all-rounded nature of it really does probably make it one of the best, if not the best coaster in the UK currently.
Yeah.
That may change when Hype Hero opens in Thorpe Park in only a matter of months, theoretically, whether that'll actually happen or not, but fingers crossed it does. We're really looking forward to seeing that. But for now, Icon's pretty much one of the strongest coasters in the UK, and really is worth getting down here to Pleasure Beach and giving it a ride.
Definitely, yeah.
The fountains are just ticking over in the entrance plaza. Music's going. Good atmosphere, even though it's a bit of an overcast day. Unfortunately, the high winds has caused another casualty today here at Pleasure Beach. The flying machine's not running either. Obviously they can't operate these rides in high winds. It's just not safe to do so, which you've got to respect. So it's just unfortunate, really. The weather is the way it is, but yeah, we're going to make the best of it, carry on round. Really cool detail from inside the shop below the flying machines. You can see the mechanism that makes it all work. Sadly no movement today, but high winds is high winds. Inside the shop, they've got lots of last chance to buy items on clearance, haven't they, Kaylee?
Yeah, it's quite nice actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
£7.
£7 for a t-shirt, an absolute bargain. Yeah, there's quite a lot of nice merch reduced today. Also in the shop, one of the very few theme parks in the world that I've seen where you can openly buy ride parts. Sometimes they have them in other parks as well from time to time, but Blackpool Pleasure Beach is one of those places that's got a regular supply of different parts. Wheels, brake shoes, anti-rollback devices, even pieces of wood. Plenty of wheels as well. Oh, Valhalla seems to be operating properly today. You've got the smoke coming out of there over on the left. The huge waterfall effect running over the rockwork. Looking pretty awesome. Looking forward to getting on here a little bit later on today. The Derby races just kicking off. Absolute classic, this one. And undercover, which is also a bonus on a day like today. Once it gets going. Alice in Wonderland remains a popular attraction. Probably quite good for today since most of it's indoors. There's a little bit of an outdoor section, as you can see there. But yeah, for the most part, weird and wacky indoor attraction. Historically significant dark ride. So we've made it over to the Wallace and Gromit Thrill-O-Matic. Looks pretty busy today, probably just the weather. It's not raining too badly just yet, but everyone darts for the indoor attractions when the weather starts to take a turn. Yeah, looking really good. All the animatronics outside seem to be operating. So we're heading to the queue and give this one a ride now. In the Wallace and Gromit station. Thrill-O-Matics coming in, the new riders to board.
Look at Gromit and say cheese.
Cheese! Here we go, the Thrill-O-Matic.
Cheese. We'll go somewhere where there's cheese. Could you grease the bearings? Did you check?
Stand up the bed. Yeah,
No, not this one. This morning, Gromit. Porridge today, lad. Tuesday. Is it supposed to do that? Don't worry, man. Hey! Where did you get that from? That's my machine. I've got patent pending. That'll do for me.
6 feet up.
balance. Oh no, Gromit. Get me down! Help! Get me down with Kingston! Oh, that's quite enough. But you'll be hearing from the solicitor about this. The old BB6000 man, capable of over 125 RPM. That's rabbit hard.
Heard you had a spotted rabbit father and triple fin on over.
Where's the one? Hang in there, Gromit. Everything's under control. Good boy, Gromit, lad. Well done. Well, that went as well as could be expected. Well done, John. Oh, that was ripping.
Let's come off the Wallace and Gromit Thronomatic. We're going to have a quick look in the shop now.
Well, this is a problem.
Yeah, they got some really nice ornaments in here actually. The usual cuddly toys as well. And the Wallace and Gromit mugs in the shop. Even a plant pot, look.
See, that's quite nice.
Oh yeah. It's so good, isn't it? Additionally, they seem to have lots of nice wooden signs that you can sort of hang on the wall, like picture frames. There are some classic ones from the episodes, but also some special Blackpool Pleasure Beach ones as well. Looking really nice. Some signs as well, look. As well as the pictures. And a selection of hoodies. I'm showing the sheep stuff there. Also some of the villains. The Feathers McGraw merch. Really like this Wrong Trousers t-shirt. That's really good. Some more feather stuff. I'll come back to the zoo. Some of Wallace's designs, look. And a couple of cute little ones representing their grand day out. The flying machines are in full swing now. Sunshine's come out as well, to our surprise. Still pretty high winds though, unfortunately, so still no big one I don't think. But yeah, it's nice to see the flying machines having a fly around. Making our way through Nickelodeon now, past SpongeBob Splash. Krusty Krab order up. We're gonna go for the Nickelodeon Streak, which is sort of a family wood coaster. One of my favourites actually. It's really comfortable for a wood coaster. The seats are just like sofas. Here goes the Nickelodeon Streak. Nickelodeon Street back into the station. Only running one train on here, so you do have to wait for it to go the whole way around. I do love the colour scheme though, bright and fun. Here comes the Nickelodeon Street. Amazing how close you actually get on the stairs on Wild Revolution. So So we're taking a ride on the Nickelodeon streak, haven't we?
Yeah, it's super smooth, woody.
Yeah, it is pretty tame, Woody. It's really nice for families. They've got these lovely upholstered seats with a sort of central divider, makes you nice and tight, nice and wedged in, which is good because then you're not banging your hips around and sort of, you know, anything like that. So yeah, it's got some really good drops in there. I love the sort of lime green train and the orange paint of the track, and the obviously the wooden supports. You know, really love that theming. That's fair, yeah, I think it's just a nice Woody. It's not like mega intense, it's not mega, you know, fast, but it's just nice, isn't it? It's quick enough.
I think you're long for you.
No, that's right, operations have been pretty good today so far. We haven't really queued long for anything. Queues have looked around medium sort of length, even though it's a Saturday. I think maybe the weather being a bit peaky earlier put some people off perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, operations have been good today all in all. I think they've been getting the trains out pretty well. And yeah, really enjoyed the Nickelodeon streak. You're here with kids, there's loads of cool Nick themed rides to enjoy. The Bikini Bottom bus tour just coming to a standstill now. And the distance, you've got Dora's World Voyage. Got SpongeBob's Splash Bash. Really nicely themed ride here. Now the sun's come out, it's pretty good weather for it. And a water fight. You have to watch it standing here on the edge though, you can get wet yourself. And there's a few cannons around the outside so you can participate even if you're not on ride as well. Here comes another boat on the Rugrats log flume. Surprisingly good final drop here. There we go. Woo! Decent splash. Time for a bit of Avalanche. I think quite possibly the only bobsled coaster here in the UK. Love the crazy theming on the building. Wacky clock. Enjoy the theming in the Avalanche station. Reminds me a bit of the theme parks in Europe. These bobsled rides are fast becoming a dying breed, so it's best to get on these and enjoy them while we still can. Here come our next three contenders in the race. The steeplechase. Got red's in the lead. Ah, green's just taking the lead over yellow. But there's still time for the race to change. Do love that ride, it's quite unique. I've seen sort of steeplechase type rides before, but just the length and the scale of it, and the three tracks all at once, just really makes this one special.
Oh, you do go very well.
So it's time for a go on Revolution. And the downside of this ride is you do have to climb this massive staircase just to get on board, and then come all the way back down the stairs again. But it's worth it. It's a pretty old ride now, but super intense. Great views of the skyline. Up on the top of the Revolution queuing platform. The views of Icon amongst others. just taken a solo ride on Avalanche. Managed to get on the front row. Absolutely brilliant. I do love a good bobsled ride. And to be fair, I think it's the only one in the UK now. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. But yeah, I do enjoy it. It does have a degree of unique thrill, obviously being kind of trackless as you go down the trough. And yeah, you know, just get some decent speed on there. There's some really nice bank turns. Obviously no inversions because there's no track. But yeah, no, it's a really good ride, and it was really nice to get on the front of there. I think it's one of those where one day those rides may cease to exist, so I think it's really important that we enjoy them now while they're still here, like I was saying in the station. And the theming around there is really nice as well. I do love the European vibes, so that was really good. Also took a solo ride on Revolution. Revolution. I tell you what, you always look at it and you think, it's only a little ride, you know, there's a loop in there, but it's nothing too serious. But it is so intense. It's one of those that really makes your stomach go. So if you're not a fan of those sort of rides, just be wary of that. But it is absolutely brilliant. It's really weird how it works. It's like a trolley type caddy almost, and it basically pushes the train off the edge, which is really unique, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen it done that way before. I guess it's because technology, you know, has come on a bit since then. But yeah, no, you get a good shove at the start, get sent down into the loop, and just the drop. It doesn't look very high, but it is really intense. And obviously then you get reversed and sent backwards, which is great as well. Really nice mechanic to go sort of forward through that loop and backwards through that loop. And yeah, I think it holds up really. I mean, it's a short ride, obviously. It's not super modern, but it's not particularly uncomfortable, and it's intense, so yeah, it's a thrilling experience. Here comes Infusion. These suspended looping coasters certainly aren't the smoothest, and Infusion is no exception. But it is a thrilling ride. I've got to have at least one go on here per year, minimum, so here I am. Looking forward to riding. Pleasure Beach Express, making its way alongside the waterfront. Passing by Infusion. If you time that just right, I bet there'll be some great views from the train. Solo ride on Infusion, second to last row. My word, it's pretty intense, and it was pretty rough, to be honest. You get the good old boxing of the ears backwards and forwards as you go around. Woo! There it goes. Yeah, it's a bit too much today, to be honest. I mean, it's not mega warm just yet, obviously only being early April, but I found it just a bit rough, to be honest with you. This ride does have a bit of a reputation for that. I've ridden it recently, sort of 12 months ago, and found it wasn't quite so bad, so I think it does hinge quite heavily on where you're seated. Further forwards, potentially better, but yeah, towards the back. Woo! There it goes again. You do get some good boxing of the ears. You do have to brace yourself quite heavily for it. But yeah, if you love an intense ride, then yeah, it's enjoyable. But just be aware that you are likely to get your ears knocked on this one. Nice fountain show on. These play every half an hour. That's that time we've been looking forward to. Time to get on Valhalla. One of the wettest, most incredible dark water rides in the entire world.
Well, we just got absolutely drenched on Valhalla.
Certainly did. We did our absolute best. We wore sandals and alternative clothes and a poncho and you name it, but there is no escaping getting soaked on Valhalla.
It's good. I mean, a couple of the effects wasn't working when we went. Just was it the hammer wasn't working.
Yeah, that's right. There was like a spiked roller trap as well. That didn't seem to be working either, which was a shame. However, on the other side of it, last time we went on Valhalla, it was still technical rehearsals. So there were some effects on there that we hadn't seen before as well.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. They seem to have really amped up the audio as well. It's a lot louder than it was last time.
Yeah.
So that really helps. So you can actually hear a bit of the story and what the narrator is saying. I thought the new areas were a lot stronger. There was sort of snow falling in the cold room now.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good effect. And to be fair, though, it's not cold in there anymore. I mean,
It's a little bit cold. It is a bit cold.
it's maybe cooler,
You can tell it's cooler.
well, perhaps. But to be fair, the room before that is warmer, so maybe that's why. But at the same time, that's sort of irrelevant, really. I think in a lot of ways, it is better that it's not freezing cold in there. Because if you wet, the last thing you really want is it for it to be freezing cold. And it probably costs them a fortune in the summer to keep it that cold as well. So it's not really beneficial overall for the effective gains. It was much cooler having the sort of new snow machine in there and the sort of snow sculptures in there. So yeah, it was decent, to be fair. I really liked the fire effects towards the end as well.
Yeah. And that second drop was really quite steep. Like, you don't
Certainly
realise
was.
it, yeah?
It was very, very steep. I would love to see a backwards drop on there still, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think it's a shame that that's gone, really. But, you know, the forwards drops are fantastic. It's an absolute fact, though, you will not get off that ride without being soaked. I mean, you've got to plan for it because, you know, you'll drop down and not only will you get sort of sprayed up and over in your face and everything, but also the water will just sort of lap over the boat.
Yeah.
So the boats are quite low in the water, so yeah, you are gonna get wet no matter what you do. But yeah, the experience, absolutely worth it. You know, the effects, the audio, the theming is just absolutely outstanding. They've done a brilliant job of refurbishing it. It's a shame, obviously, a couple of those effects weren't working, especially obviously this early in. To see those not working is disappointing. But there was a lot to see in there. There were only very few sections that were just sort of dark without a lot. And in some cases that helped build the tension, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Because you weren't really sure when the next drop was going to be, were you? So yeah, the only other thing we would say, I guess, is just a warning that the water is very heavily chemically treated. So just be careful if you get a lot of that in your eyes. It can be a little bit sore, as you found out.
It did hurt my eyes a little bit. Yeah. Obviously, it's nice to know it's clean though. So.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's better than getting a bacterial infection or something silly. But absolutely, Valhalla, totally world class dark and water ride, and I think it's worth coming to Blackpool Pleasure Beach just to experience that, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Made it over to an absolute classic, Ghost Train, been refurbished for 2024. Getting quite close to boarding the Ghost Train now. As we get closer, we're starting to see some of the improvements I've made. The two masts have clearly been repainted, as has the drop track there. Looking really fresh. Taking a ride on the Ghost Train, refurbished for 2024.
It's really good, actually. I was really surprised. I mean, I've always liked the Ghost Train anyway, but like some of the new things that they've put in there and the new effects are really good.
Yeah, I think what really stood out to me actually is the timing of the new effects was really good. Some of the old ones are still in there, and the timing's a little bit clumsy, and I guess that's part of the charm in some ways. It's a bit, sort of quirky. But yeah, the new effects are really nice actually. Some really nice jump scares in there now. So while they might not have spent an absolute fortune, they have actually done a really nice job on there. I mean, I don't know exactly what it cost.
It all looks new, doesn't it?
But it looks very new, yeah,
Fresh.
that's it. They've done a lot of painting from the front as well, so that's looking really nice as well. There's some new sort of skull spiders on the outside there, which are looking quite nice as well. And some of the older things that have sort of been there for years and years that are part of the classic aesthetic, they've been sort of given a facelift and repainted, like the masks, for example. Yeah, so I think they've done a really good job of enhancing it while still sort of preserving the traditional aspect of it, really.
History of it,
Yeah, it's looking really nice. So yeah, it's done a really nice job, and it's definitely worth checking out next time you're at Pleasure Beach. So we decided to go back a bit for our last couple of rides at Pleasure Beach. Do the classics, the Big Dipper. So you've got the brand new onion up there that they put up there last year when they refurbed it. And yeah, looking forward to get back on here. Last time we came it wasn't open because they were still doing the refurbishment work, so yeah, it's going to be really nice. Get back on this classic Woody. There goes the Big Dipper. Looking pretty fresh. On the right side of the Grand National we have the red train. Woohoo! Sun's come out now and the flying machine is up and running. An absolute classic here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Well, we're just taking a ride on the Big Dipper, haven't we?
Yeah, it's such a good ride.
Yeah, it's an absolute classic. Really glad to be getting back on there. It's been over a year since we've been on there, maybe nearer to 2. Last time when we came to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, unfortunately it was closed due to refurbishment. But yeah, I think it's really nice that they've done it. It's nice to see it now with a fresh lick of paint, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really riding really well, to be honest. Well, I mean, we did sit in the middle, so that could have been a bit of a factor. But
yeah, supposedly on these wooden coasters, the worst place to sit if you don't like a rough ride is sort of on the wheels. So at the front of a car or the back of a car. The 2 middle rows on the Big Dipper cars are a little bit smoother for that reason. But yeah, even still, it's a very nice balance between intensity and sort of comfort. I mean, it's not a comfortable ride compared to modern standards, but they've still done a really nice job of making it, you know, an enjoyable experience. And it's an absolute classic, and you know, sort of cruising along by the seaside, really, really nice.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so that brings our day at Blackpool Pleasure Beach to a close, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've had an absolutely fantastic weekend, so
Yeah, that's right. So they've had the operations have been good for the most part. Saw a couple of trains on Icon earlier going out without full trains, which was disappointing, but that may have just been circumstance, and they may have wanted to sort of wait to fill them. Maybe in some cases it's faster to get the train out. But other than that,
it could be to do with the wind as well, if it's windy.
yeah, maybe. But to be fair, I can't fault it at all, really. The staff have been great. They're friendly as always, and it's been a really nice atmosphere here at the Pleasure Beach. Yeah, the weather was looking a little bit peaky yesterday morning, but yeah, it brightened up and it's nice and bright now, so yeah, we've been quite lucky really.
Yeah, no, it's been really good actually, to be fair, with looking at weather and things. I mean, it did try to rain a bit yesterday, but
yeah, that's right, we have been lucky, but to be fair, the Pleasure Beach has got quite a few things in if it does rain. Obviously they've got Alice in Wonderland, that's mostly indoors, obviously the Ghost Train's all indoors. So there are some other attractions. I would say Valhalla, but obviously you're going to get drenched on Valhalla anyway, even though it's indoors. But yeah, it was really nice to get back on Icon as well. As I said, it seemed like it wasn't launching quite so fast as I remember it. Maybe that's just the way I remembered it. But it doesn't mean it wasn't a great ride. It really was. Still thoroughly enjoyed it. Very smooth, yet very thrilling coaster. So we hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to us and really helps out the channel. And if you have any questions or comments about the Blackpool Pleasure Beach or anything you've seen, then let us know. And until next time, we hope you get out and explore and do some laughs and more. See you next time.